Favorites led the way at the Chili Bowl on Wednesday, and I've got some thoughts on why I think the Driller could end up in the hands of one of those drivers. Plus, the Lucas season begins this weekend, and questions surround several championship hopefuls. Another driver goes full-time with the Sprint Car Series, and an update on rumors about who else could be next. Let's go. It's Thursday, January 16th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. So if Tuesday at the Chili Bowl was the surprise day, then Wednesday was exactly the opposite of that. I wouldn't call it, the boring day or something like that, but the results went about as chalk as you could have expected when the night began. Emerson Axsom did pick up his first ever Chili Bowl prelim win, but I don't know that anyone was really surprised by it. He's already got a bunch of drillers from the shootout. He's run well on prelim nights and Saturdays before. This whole thing with him winning a prelim night just really felt inevitable. It was about as clean a night on schedule a night as you can really have in the Expo. 7-3 in the heat, 4-1 in the qualifier, put him on the front row of the main event with Daison Pursley. Pursley 6-1 in the heat and 6-3 in the qualifier, just edged out Axsom for the pole, also a very strong night. In that main event, Pursley led the first three, and then Axsom pounced on lap 4, and he went the distance from there. The track, not quite as good as we'd seen kind of through the first few nights, and that really showed itself in some of the numbers as well. We did have Corey Day going 8-3, and Blake Hahn's big charge from 19th to 6th, but overall it was the fewest position changes from start to finish we'd seen through 3 nights in a main event. I don't even know that I think that Axsom was maybe significantly faster than Pursley was. I just think he just played it really well. So those two join Kyle Larson, Shane Golubic, Landon Brooks, and Brenham Crouch as locked in for Saturday's Big Show. Day will start at the front of a B with a good shot to transfer. No crazy drama though last night. No big players way down the order. If you were looking for really anything at all, maybe Jake Swanson down in 10th after locking in a year ago. Even that feels like a stretch though in terms of any sort of surprise. Looking at this locked-in group, as we kind of put an eye towards Saturday, I like the chances for Axsom and Pursley. Axsom made good decisions last night. He seems primed for a potential big showing. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm really digging Pursley's vibe here. He seems confident, kind of has that quiet swagger thing going on, really calm. I know he was disappointed to not win last night, but it was a really smooth performance all the way around. This kid started 4th in a D-main a year ago and drove all the way to 4th in the main event. This year, with a top 10 start coming his way, he could be a serious challenger for the Driller. Looking at today, same bat time, same bat channel, just with different characters. Tonight might actually be the toughest prelim night of the event, kind of looking down through the list of entries. I don't think it's a leap to say that Christopher Bell is the favorite, but he won't have an easy path. Also going tonight are Tanner Thorson, Chris Wyndham, Ryan Bernal, Jacob Denny, CJ Leary, Brady Bacon, Carter Sarf, and Spencer Baston. Bell has 3 drillers, but Thorson's got one as well. And then among just those guys I named are 49 Saturday main event appearances. Someone in that group is going to be very disappointed by the end of tonight. Hot laps again at 4 p.m. Central, heat races at 5. If you need a Flow Racing subscription to tune in, you want to help me out as well, you can navigate your way to dirttracker.com/flowracing and sign up. It's a good time to get in with Chili Bowl happening and late model speed weeks coming in hot. Speaking of those late model speed weeks, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series season gets rolling this weekend at Golden Isles in Georgia. Cars will be on track tonight for open practice between 5 and 8 p.m. Eastern, and then racing starts on Friday. They've got $12K to win Friday, $25K to win on Saturday, and $10K to win on Sunday. Multiple local divisions are also on the card each night. These races were right around 50 super late models last year, and I don't see any reason why the entry list would be any smaller than that this time around. I think most signs are pointing towards Ricky Thornton Jr. beginning his title defense, especially with a Saturday C-main start on the card for the Chili Bowl. If the weather goes sideways, RTJ could end up back in Tulsa for the weekend, but I don't know that you give up Lucas status for a Chili Bowl C-main start. The guys who will most likely be challenging Thornton in the championship battle include Devin Moran. He's been second each of the last 2 years in the standings. And then if Jonathan Davenport does indeed sign on, he'll be right in the mix. And then from there, I think several others have some question marks to start the year. Hudson O'Neal, not lightning fast to end 2024, and now he doesn't have Anthony Burrows leading that SSI team. Tim McCreadie was in the chase a year ago, but he's not in the Rocket House car anymore. He joined up with Boom Briggs this offseason. Brandon Sheppard, he moves over to Lucas after winning the Outlaw title in 2024, but both he and Rocket, they're trying to claw their way back into this kind of regular nightly contention group. Remember, Sheppard hasn't won an outdoor late model race since last summer, and the Rocket House Cart, they had one win with McCreadie in it last year. And Brandon Overton and the Longhorn Factory team, they're joining Lucas for 2025 with Burrows leading the way. When I talked about Lucas a few days ago, I had a few people bring Overton up in the comments. But I don't know that we have any idea what to expect here. Burrows and Overton, they've never worked together before. And Overton had just a single national touring win in 2024. That was a score at Smoky Mountain with Lucas in June. The last Lucas win before that was at Port Royal in August of 2023, and his last Outlaw win was at Talladega in April of 2023. We've certainly seen this driver and this crew chief have boatloads of success in the past, but again, against this group of full-timers, they don't have a long grace period to try and figure it out if they want to win the championship. So there are a lot of interesting storylines to watch here at the top. And then if you want to go down through the field, the question will then be who can take steps forward. We're going to look at guys like Garrett Alberson or Max Blair or Dalton Wilson. And then what kind of guy like Dan Ebert do in year one? I don't believe there will be any video of tonight's action, but Flo will have streams all weekend long starting on Friday. The other late model event that was supposed to happen this weekend, the Hangover at I-75 in Tennessee, it's been canceled because of weather. They'd already postponed this one once, and now it's just gone completely. So if you want late model racing, you're going to have to focus on Lucas at Golden Isles. In sprint car roster news, the Kubota High Limit full-time list grew again yesterday with the addition of Sye Lynch. The Pennsylvania driver becomes High Limit rookie number 3, joining Daison, Pursley, and Danny Sams in this class. Lynch's addition also pushes High Limit up to 13 total full-time drivers. In 2024, he made 43 appearances on the season, with a significant number of those 26 coming against High Limit. His average finish in those series events was 16th, and he had 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. He finished actually second twice, both of those coming at Lernerville. That's a track he has a ton of experience at. And he led laps at both Lernerville and Lucas Oil. Rumblings about Lynch potentially joining a national tour persisted all summer, with crew help and sponsorship the two things he needed to work out. Lynch then added some fuel to those rumors on New Year's Eve when he posted a photo to social media with him and some friends next to the High Limit sign in a casino. Just like we talked about with Sams, this is a big jump for Lynch, and he'll see a bunch of tracks for the first time. Expectations, though, they won't be high, but we have seen him run up front, have some speed when things are going his way. So, top 5s, top 10s, they're not going to be out of the realm of possibility. Looking between the two national tours, I don't think we're done just yet with announcements. Chase Rando remains a high limit possibility as they work towards building out their own team for 2025. Remember, we talked about them not long ago, him building out his own thing with the Outlaws sponsorship. And with the Outlaws, not counting Bill Rose's team, who would bring them up to 12, there are a few interesting rumblings out there. They could potentially be adding maybe 2 more before Volusia begins in a few weeks, bringing them potentially up to 14. I was told an announcement for one of them is, quote, coming soon. The other one could surprise a few people. So national tour selections for the sprint car teams, we are not done here just yet. That's the daily for this week. A quick thank you to all of our new subscribers. We did go across 39,000 on YouTube this week. That is very cool. We'll just keep plugging away at our goal there for 50,000 by the end of 2025. Very doable. I definitely think we can get there. So if you don't subscribe, hit that button. I hope you guys have a great Thursday and a great weekend out there. We'll see you right back here on Sunday.